on the last video.
Fun fact, one of the enemies is literally called a flesh golem, so...
Oh, disgusting.
Tales of Grace. Oh. Sorry, Persephone, stop kicking me, thank you.
I say, what the?
While being stabbed with spikes, yeah, your response. And lightning doll. I'll take that as a god. Why?
1. Soma Cruz is dense as hell.
He's a shonen protagonist.
I don't care. You cannot. Shut up. You cannot write a character like Edward Elric and then expect me to lower that bar.
I mean, honestly, Edward Elric is just his own tier at this point.
No! Edward Elric is the standard for shonen protagonist, because I forget that anime is shonen and not seinen!
Hello.
Oh, mommy, sorry, sorry. Oh my god, she's hot. Anyway, hello, Soma.
Hey, Yoko, I just ran into Graham.
Oh, you mean Dracula? Really? Which way did he go?
He was in a rush to get to the throne.
Just as I thought. There is something important in the throne room. No.
I'm sorry, Yoko.
What's wrong? What's wrong with you all of a sudden?
He's not who I thought he was.
Oh, really? What gave it away, Soma? Tell me, what gave it away?
I thought he was my best friend.
He was my best friend for a 2-minute conversation.
He was my best friend for all 5 minutes.
I trusted him with my soul, and he betrayed me.
The solder on you! The solder on your cow!
I trusted him. He was the one I valued most. How long did you know this guy again? 5 minutes?
He was kind to me only because he thought I was powerless.
He thought he could step on you, okay? I see. She's sitting there and she's just like, oh, this is the one that has all of this in his hands? We're f***ed. We're in his hands? Oh, we're f***ed. God, you're gonna have to do a lot of censoring.
I know.
Jesus, alright. I see.
But his attitude changed suddenly when I told him about my power.
Well, in his mind, he thinks everything in his castle is his.
Because he has the same date of birth than Dracula over there? That's...
No, not the same. Dracula died on the day he was born. They don't share a birthday.
Well,
they share a death day.
Point being is...
Yeah, I know.
It's still dumb. So that's the reason.
Oh my god, Soma, you're so stupid! But it's better this way? What? What?
What is?
What happened? The fact that he sees you as an enemy means you're my comrade?
Does it?
What? What? You don't want to be by my side?
Yes.
Please? Can?
No, that's not what I meant.
You're so much fun to tease. Or it's so much fun to tease you. But this is not the time to be fooling around. Yeah, no Your presence here has thrown Garahim into a panic. Or Garahim, what the f*** ever! This is our chance. Is it now? Are you sure? Are you like absolutely sure?
What sort of chance?
Chance for you to embrace your bi energy and rock that code, dude. Using his cunning mind, he's been able to evade us up until now. I don't think anyone has ever seen him panic before. No, really? You think the tiny Dracula is gonna be, like, overtaken by the power of many? Not, oh, hey, I want the power, actually? He's not gonna be afraid of the people hunting him, he's gonna be afraid of the people that can take away his power. Like... Oh my god, these characters are so stupid. I can't. These characters are so stupid. Oh yeah, we've been trapped here since '99. Oh, by the way, the guy that was trapped.
Like, to be clear, like, I know that that's just Nyx's thoughts, but like, I'm just here laughing at her reaction.
Honey, sweetheart, sweetheart, I am so glad that we are here and that we're doing this. But explain to me.
It's a good game, trust me.
Is it?
Yes.
Or have you just been gaslit by this game to think that it's good?
Nope.
Oh my god.
I get it. Circumstances right now are making him act this way.
No, really? That's exactly right. This is an excellent opportunity to trap him. Oh my god, you guys are so stupid. Well, I must be on my way. See you.
At this point,
my god.
at this point, just bring out a deagle and cock up a f***ing silver bullet and just end it right there.
Give me a pistol and a singular bullet for my personal use, please.
Oh, bomber
Oh
armor.
god. Oh my god. Just.
Oh god.
What the f? No, what the f? These characters are so
Wait.
stupid.
Ooh.
We have
Wait.
played this game collectively for what? 3 hours? And already we know who. Look, I knew who the antagonist was off rip, okay? I knew it was him. There's no hiding that. I understand. But like.
Mistletoe.
I'm glad you're excited. Anyway,
Ow.
Oh my god, just
Your inner author writing is like
no, it's just oh, my head hurts.
Oh god, that really that really got me.
These characters are so stupid. Oh, I'm gonna reveal as myself as Dracula only 20 minutes after I saw the protagonist, because why not? Also, the dude Genya that was in the beginning of the game.
Genya Arcana, yeah. Ow.
Yeah, Genya is gonna be something too. Like, he's not just gonna be like a. He's either gonna be like the walking contrivance of the narrative, or he's just gonna be like, hey, by the way, here's some more exposition and the power to defeat Dracula.
Right.
Like, oh my god, dude. There is nothing wrong with a simple story. There is nothing wrong with a story being predictable. But Jesus Christ, can we try just a tiny, tiny little bit? Like, please? Please. If I ask nicely, can we please? Oh my god, this soundtrack is a bop though.
It is.
Ending it all.
One of the best tracks, honestly. Oh, great armor again, Route 2. But my god, that really got me.
I'm glad that my suffering can entertain you, my love. That's all I need in life.
Now,
oh my god. No, dude, my head seriously hurts. I'm not even playing it for like a bit or anything. My head actually hurts.
Oh boy.
Oh my god, she's been here for God knows how long. And she's like, oh, now that you're here, I can trap him. And then it's gonna turn out.
But just to be clear, like, Yoko is amongst like one of the people that that came into the castle, like Soma and Mina. Also, I'm fighting the Grim Reaper. Who would have thought?
Oh good, take me out, buddy. I've been waiting for you.
Literally, I mean, the fact that the death is literally basically the right-hand man of Dracula, it's like, low-key, that is really fucking metal.
Oh, absolutely.
Round 2, this time with bigger scythe.
Oh.
It's like, geez, he's already. Ow. He's already he's packing heat already.
I love the double-bladed scythe. That's cool as shit.
Yeah. Ow.
With blue flames coming out of it, that's also sick. Alright, Azula, calm down.
Damn, Zula would be jealous. Like, Father, why don't I have a scythe as a weapon?
Why did you give her a British accent?
I don't know. Try to get the snobby world.
Dude, you know what? I read something really, like, not sad, but like, I guess sad would kind of be the word for it. So you know Azula's voice actress, right?
Right.
She apparently has never watched the last episode of Avatar.
Really?
Like,
now?
because of her breakdown that she had to voice for Azula.
Damn.
She said that because of the places she had to go to get that energy to film that scene, she just never finished. She never watched the episode.
Oh, I actually did not know that.
No, and that's why I was like, that's kind of like the equivalent of like, in The Last of Us, the TV series, not the game, Pedro Pascal, when he's talking to Ellie, by the way, spoilers for Last of Us, so skip to this time if you haven't seen it, but in like episode 8 or 9 or whatever it is, it's like the last episode, where it's that whole, like, it wasn't time that did it quote, where he talks about after losing his daughter, Pedro Pascal's mother had committed. Right. So, like, in the scene, you can, like, see him, like, the hesitating, but also just, like, the legitimate pain in his voice and in his eyes. Like, I always wonder, like, when actors have to go to places like that where they have to pull on real-life experiences or reframe real-life experiences to get the energy needed to film a scene or a moment, it's like, what does that do to you, you know?
And like, yeah, and that is a fair question too.
And you know, for some people, like they distance themselves from the product entirely, which is like, I get that, because it's like for your own mental health and your own mental well-being, like, makes sense. But also, it's like, where did you have to go to pull that out of you that you won't even watch it? Like, you know what I mean? Like, that on its own is, like, so terrifying. Because it's like, I love Avatar. Yeah. And honestly, I didn't see it all the way through until college. Like, I was very late to the Avatar party. And when I watched that final episode and the final Agni Kai, like, and Azula's... Azula's breakdown, it just... I almost started crying, because I was like... I remembered, oh my god, yeah, you're only a 14-year-old kid. Yeah. That's the thing, she's 14. Like, she is a child.
Yeah, but it says how, like, literally, like, with Aang being like, mind you, yeah, Aang is like still, I believe, 10, 11 years old at this point.
No, he's 12.
Yeah, right. Yeah, like 12 years old, fighting the like hell Satan itself.
Also, I love that Fire Lord Ozai is voiced by Mark Hamill. That's great.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, it's just like, they're all children. Yeah. And I think that oftentimes we as audience members forget that Azula is just as much a victim of this as the rest of them.
Please, help.
Say goodbye to your life. But like, that's the thing that I love to dissect, right? Because we're so quick to be like, wow, Azula's crazy, Azula's a monster, and it's like, no. She's a product of this nation.
And also a psychopath to a good extent.
Well, she's not.
Right, but like, because think about it, like, what was it, like, Zuko alone, the episode, when it kind of delves a bit with, like, Zula as a kid, and how, like, some of the antics that she does is like...
Oh, yeah.
And obviously, it's, like, the upbringing because of Ozai.
Right, and that's kind of where the argument of, like, nature versus nurture comes in. because it's like Zuko grew up in that exact same environment.
Yeah.
But he became a much due to his exile and the influence of his mom, like he became a much better person than he would have had he stayed in the Fire Nation. Like he would have been no different than Azula, I think. He just probably would have been like, you know, what we saw at the end of book 2. You know, in the Earth Kingdom with the Dai Li, like we would have gotten a much more rage-filled Zuko.
Yeah, and more importantly, like by book 3, like by like the first half of book 3, like Zuko got a major reality check.
Well, and I love the entirety of Avatar: The Last Airbender. It's perfect.
Same.
Like, I think that one of the best episodes is Zuko alone.
Oh, absolutely.
I also think that one of the best episodes in terms of character arc is when it's book 3, and I don't remember the exact episode, but it's when Iroh tells Zuko, hey, you only looked on your father's side. You need to look on your mother's. You have 2 grandfathers. Like, you're only acknowledging one side of yourself.
I believe...
And so, like...
Yeah, I think it's like, when, what was it? Learning, like, Avatar Roku's past, right? If I recall, or was it? Yeah.
And there's this cinematography trick that the animation does, and it's so perfect. So, you know, because at this point, Uncle Iroh's in prison.
Yes.
But when the camera goes back to Zuko, Zuko is the one in prison because the bars are in frame.
Yeah.
It's so good. Like, oh my god, I could rant in a good way about Avatar: The Last Airbender for like years. Like we could be here for years.
Still to this day, like teleporter. Like still to this day, like I still consider like one of like animation, like cartoon masterpiece.
Oh, absolutely. Like I know that when I have kids, like when they get to be about 10 years old, I'm just gonna sit them down and be like, here you go. Here you go. Watch the show. Enjoy it.
Enjoy the masterpiece.
Well, and that's the thing. And the thing that I love, and this is what I mean when I say that Avatar is not just a kid show. Like, yes, its target demographic is like children.
But like the best part is like some of the subject that they talk about here and there.
Yeah.
Is like pretty like they talk
heavy?
about. Yeah, like they talk about war, they talk about
genocide, and they show a skeleton in a room filled with more skeletons.
The firebenders, Gyatso's corpse, like.
And the theory, I love the theory that Gyatso literally airbent all of the oxygen out of the room and just suffocated all the firebenders and went out like a goat.
Yeah.
Like, I love that theory. Yeah, that's probably what happened.
It basically, like breaking his old rule as a monk to basically say, like,
try and save people.
Yeah, try to.
Oh my god, it's so good.
But yeah,
I love it so much. Like
me too.
But like the reason why I say that it's not just a kid show. Is because you can watch that at 20, 30, even 40, 50 years old.
Yeah.
Like, you can watch that at any age, and you can find new things to appreciate about it. And that's what I mean when I say, like, this is art. Because art has layers. It's not...
Like I feel like... If I'm sorry to interrupt, but it's like... I feel as though, like, Avatar The Last Airbender and... Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood is like the 2 pillars, like to me personally, like the 2 pillars of like the 2 pillars of like in terms of like a
masterful storytelling.
Yeah,
I couldn't think of the word. I know there's a word for it, but like I can't think of it. But like genuinely, like those 2 shows in particular, Brotherhood and Avatar. They are what I feel should be the standard.
Yeah.
Because, again, I have watched FMA Brotherhood probably 12 times through, and that's not even an exaggeration. Over the course of it coming out, because I used to watch it weekly when it came out.
Yeah.
When it was airing, which was awesome.
Yeah. For me, I think I watched it like at a later date.
Yeah.
Because I remember one summer, like I was just binge watching it from like beginning to end, and
that's awesome.
It did not disappoint.
No, and that's what I love about it. And like one of my absolute favorite scenes, without the context, could be deemed like corny.
Mm-hmm.
When you don't have context, right?
Right.
And it's the scene where Scar is fighting Ed and Al.
Yeah.
And then Winry shows up.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's definitely one of my favorite moments in the show.
Yeah, and she learns that Scar is the one that killed her parents.
Yeah.
So then she grabs the gun, and we get this role reversal where Scar is the monster, right? And he sees this. This is why he hesitates. And then when Ed and Winry are left to themselves, and Ed, she asks him why she couldn't do it, and Ed gives that whole monologue about like how her hands were meant to like give life and not to take it.
Yeah.
Like that is one of the best monologues. It's like, oh, we're stuttering. Oh, it's frozen. Oh, there we go.
Oh, thanks, Discord.
It's alright. But that's one of the best. It's one of the best monologues, but it's also one of the best character growth moments for him, because a lot of the time Ed isn't very like soft.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's very much matter of fact, right to the point. Like he's not one to coddle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not saying that he's coddling her in that moment. Like I think that tenderness is something he reserves only for Alphonse and Winry. He's not that way with anyone else. And it's just him hugging her as she cries.
Yeah.
And then the resolve that's on his face in that last frame, it's like, that image lives rent-free in my head.
Yeah.
Like, it's so good. It's so good. Like, okay, and here's the thing. Who would... Oh my god. That looks like something out of Berserk.
Yeah, man-eater.
Oh yeah? Is that what you are? Oh my god.
Oh, it's just...
Oh. I just had like flashbacks because I said Berserk, and then the only thing that
it's like
oh my god.
It's I imagine it's basically the Prowler, the Prowler theme, but it's the image of the 1,000-yard stare.
Dude, I just dissociate. I'm not even kidding you. I just dissociated so hard when I said Berserk.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
No. Listen, I saw that thing, and the only thing that popped in my head was the eclipse scene. And my boy Pippin standing on the hill.
After like the Band of the Hawks, Pippin and
Pippin is my boy.
I think Judo.
Judo.
Yeah,
yes.
Pippin and Judo are, to me, the goat.
They are so good. I have to say though, the one thing that I appreciate about Berserk, like from a writing standpoint, is that it's a very grim, very like awful world. Yeah. But
oh hey Triton.
Oh.
And
lovely.
Bye Triton.
But at the center of it, like the whole story is about letting go of rage. And like trying to build something that isn't forged with blood and vengeance. And I feel like that's such a strong center, but it gets lost in the whole like banging soundtrack, the action scenes, the demons. Like I feel like that's both, the theme of that is the core of the show and the manga. But I feel like it gets lost in it because people aren't looking at it like, oh, Guts is, Guts is, like, they're like, oh, Guts is a badass. And it's like, yeah he's a badass. But like...
But he's a tormented man.
Yeah, and I think that, you know, the main reason why I haven't read the manga, or at least finished it, is because it's not finished.
Right.
And we lost
The main guy.
yeah, we lost him, and that broke my heart because I had only just recently watched all of the 95 version.
Yeah, 1990. Yeah,
Was it 95 or 96?
I believe 95. The 95 adaptation.
95. Okay. Yeah. So yeah,
But
Code and I ended up watching.
Yeah, like she watched the movie. Like I was with her through the process. Like she watched like the 3 movies first, and then a while later we watched the 1995 adaptation. And even with like the context, it still mentally destroyed her.
Oh yeah, no, I was not okay. I think I straight, like, oh my god, I straight up, like, I couldn't function. Like, I just was wrapped in a blanket and I was crying, and Code just looks at me and he's like, you knew what was gonna happen. And I'm like, yeah, that doesn't take away the fact that it happened. Like,
right.
Now I'm numb because I had to watch, because I think that the movies, you know, for being CGI movies, they're pretty good.
Yeah.
Like, they're nowhere near Berserk 2016. Like,
we don't talk about that.
They're not that bad. Like, it is a little jarring at first.
Yeah.
But I feel like stylistically it really captures the world and just like the scale of the original mangaka's art, right? I think that it does that part justice. I like both the dub and the sub. And Jesus.
Speaking of flesh golem, there it is.
Oh. Griffith! No.
But yeah, go on.
No, it's just I like the movies because of, you know, I think the color palette is, I don't want to say better, that's not the word. Like, cuz like, you know, the anime is very 90s.
Yeah.
And that's not a bad thing about it. Like, it is just very much a time capsule. And
oh my god.
Your ancestors are like rolling in their graves.
There we go.
Oh hey, it's the jellies from Twilight Princess.
Pretty much. Yeah, actually.
I swear there's been so much crossover.
I mean, licensed by Nintendo. But yeah, go on.
Yeah, I just feel like the limitations of the technology at the time of the 95 version kind of pull you out of it just a touch.
Yeah.
Like, and it's not like, oh, like the be all end all. But like, watching the eclipse play out in the movie.
Yeah. Like, in my humble opinion, I feel like both like versions like has that sense of dread in its own style.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But I think that the movies capture that dread way more than the well, not way more, but like what'd you get?
Triton strength is increased by 16.
Let's go.
But yeah, like the dread is like still there.
Oh yeah. And like, I think, okay,
yeah,
this might be controversial. I think that the movies are better because you get to see what led to Griffith being in prison. In the anime, they never actually show it. Like
in full I believe both versions like showcase like the the credit at the, I think
not to the extent that the movie did, Like, in the show, you kind of get a fade to black.
Uh-huh.
And you see Griffith waking up next to Charlotte, and it's like all implied.
Yeah.
With some light, like, you know, hey, here's a little thing to lead into it.
Yeah.
But like
in the movie, like
in the movie, they go for it. And
yeah,
I'm
like,
they
did not hesitate of
No, and again, even the scene between Guts and Casca in both versions.
Yeah.
I think in the 95 version, it's prettier.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like in the movie version, it's more tender, if that makes sense.
Rumoring increase the rate at which MP is restored. Ayo, let's go.
Let's go. But no, do you understand what I mean though?
Yes.
Like the movie version, the movie scene between Guts and Casca is way softer, way more tender, but I feel like the 95 version is more beautiful in the sense of like Casca's character arc.
Right.
Not so much Guts and Casca's character arc. I feel like the movie took what was good about that being Casca's character arc and also applying it to Guts as well because he has much of the same trauma centered around intimacy. Like,
right.
I feel that the movie captured that better, only slightly, because God, I could go on about this forever. Like, it's, and I liked the dichotomy of that, where it was like, Griffith uses things like as a means to manipulate and climb the ladder.
Yeah, because I don't think in the movies it show.
Oh no, it does not show him sleeping around and getting money and shit.
Yeah. I believe it was on the manga and the 95 version.
The 95 version,
specifically.
Yeah, and like, and again, this is such an interesting thing to explore from a male perspective, because again, how often do you see a man, excuse my language, whoring themselves out to climb the ladder?
Right.
You know, that's usually a female stereotype.
Right.
Where they're like, oh, sleep with him and you'll get somewhere. It's like, you know, you don't often see that from a male perspective, and I think that not that it's interesting in the sense of like, oh, I want to learn more. It's interesting that the mangaka decided to go that route because I feel that it adds way more layers to Griffith. Like, and just
like even afterwards, like when like Casca like caught on to what it was doing.
Yeah. It was actually kind of sad.
It is, yeah.
And I feel like...
Oh.
And I feel like...
And sorry to interrupt, but yeah.
Ebony! I'm coming for you, baby! Yeah, no, but like, the whole thing is, Griffith using every single thing to his advantage. Like, holy shit. Like, I get it. It makes sense for the character. It makes sense for the time that, you know, the mangaka has set up. Like, and again, it does not shy away from it, and that's something that,
like, yeah, like,
you know,
like even for me, I can respect the author, like, of not pulling punches with, like...
Yeah, I feel like a lot of the time, especially nowadays, like, I don't think you could see something like Berserk getting made.
Yeah.
Like, does that make sense? Like, something like Berserk will never be made again, I don't think.
I agree with that.
And I don't mean to say that, like, you know, we've gotten more sensitive about these topics. I just feel that there's something about the topics that Berserk touched on that, while they make people uncomfortable, I feel like being uncomfortable,
like, doesn't always mean like it's a bad thing.
Like, not that it's like
doesn't always like it doesn't always perceives it to be like a bad thing per se.
Right, like being uncomfortable about something doesn't mean that like you feel conflicted about it. You could know exactly how you feel about something and it could still make you uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Like, and I feel like being uncomfortable with a piece of art shows that you're kind of sitting there and you're dissecting it.
Yeah.
Because it's like you're not agreeing with what's going on.
Right.
You're not considering doing this yourself. You're uncomfortable because you're seeing a perspective that you hadn't thought of, or that you just didn't acknowledge. Like,
right.
And I feel like art that can make you uncomfortable really makes you think.
Mm-hmm.
And not uncomfortable in the sense of like, oh, that makes me feel some type of way. It's like, no, this makes me uncomfortable because of the subject matter that it's touching on. Okay, well, why is the subject matter it's touching on making you uncomfortable? And it's like you list out XYZ reason, and you could learn something about yourself or learn about what type of biases you might have. Mm-hmm. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, when I first saw Griffith like standing alongside the Lord and he was like getting knighted the next day, I was like, oh, we're going there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh my God.
Yeah, here it goes again. But yeah, like I totally get it.
It's just oh my God. I love this show. And I feel, I feel so many things about this show and these movies. Like, you know, just because I enjoy these things does not mean that I'm like glorifying this time period or anything like that. I want to make that clear. Like, I am admiring the art.
Yes.
That the mangaka has put in front of me, no matter how disturbing or brutal it might be.
Oh, crap. Ow. Ow.
Wait, I thought you had a thing that prevented against poison.
Hold on. It becomes stronger when I'm poisoned. But yeah, basically what happened, yeah, Skeleton was pulling out a Mandragora, and now I'm deaf.
Oh, lovely.
But yeah, like, totally could agree, like, how, like, in an art sense, in an artistic sense with Berserk, it's like, it's grim, but at the same time beautiful.
Yeah, I honestly, yeah, grim but beautiful. I think that's like the perfect encapsulation of Berserk.
Uh-huh.
Because it's probably one of the most human.
Absolutely.
You know, despite all the demons and shit.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
Because other than like now and then, here and there, yes, that's an actual anime. I don't know, because I mean, there's dark anime, don't get me wrong.
Right.
But something like Berserk comes like once in a lifetime.
Right.
It's not something that like can be replicated.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and you can see the influence that Berserk has had.
Absolutely.
Over the course of anime, just in general. Again, going back
not
to...
just anime, but also gaming as well.
Yeah. And like, going back to Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood real quick, you can really see the influence of Berserk in like the Eclipse scene, not the one from Berserk, in the Eclipse scene of FMA Brotherhood, where the transmutation is happening, and you know, the dwarf in the flask is trying to get ultimate power and get God to become one with him or whatever. Like, it's a very trippy scene, but it's like the Berserk vibes in that are so palpable that it's like, holy Same thing with the last season of Attack on Titan.
Yeah.
The final episode of that, there are some heavy Berserk imagery in that manga. Like, specifically when they're in the ocean of blood.
Right.
And like the sky is just so clear and beautiful.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's disgusting and it's awful. But at the same time, how could something like that also look, you know, as quote unquote beautiful as it does. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And even the scene of like all the colossal titans, like, you know, marching forward and the people holding up the infant above them all and making sure that infant doesn't fall off the cliff.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my god. Like, that's another one that just fucking Berserk. That is Berserk level imagery.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway.
Moral of the story, watch Berserk for those who have not.
Yeah, honestly.